What is going on with Kaspa? Why are we not pumping when the rest of the market seems to be doing really well? Let's discuss this along with what a cryptocurrency veteran had to say about Kaspa itself. You guys are going to want to watch this whole video because we're going to discuss the fundamentals and the technicals so we can be fully up to date with this market. Now, as we see right now, Kaspa is sitting at a $4 billion market cap. We can also see very clearly that we have this support here, right? There is a very clear support happening at about the 15.8 mark. We're hovering just above it right now. I believe that there could be further downside for Kaspa for a number of different reasons, but I think this downside will be short-lived. We're going to discuss that in a second, but the reason why this is an important support is because you can see right there, it played as a support. Right here, it played as a retest. Right here, it played as a support and a retest before heading up for a 30% move. We can also see right here when Kaspa made this first move upwards, it worked as a resistance and then we made a further move downwards before the next leg up. So I think this is a very important level to watch, about the 15-cent region, give or take a few cents, right? Anywhere in this region here, I think will be an important space to watch. Now, why might I think on a technical level, Kaspa has a little bit more room for the downside? Well, it's pretty simple. Traders place stop losses and liquidation points at certain areas, psychological areas, technical areas, and they do this to protect their downside. But guess what? People who manipulate the market, if that's really happening, know this. Some of them can see where these stop losses and liquidations sit, like exchanges, and others just simply understand that that's where liquidity lies. So in the most short time frame here, we see this retest, right? We broke through the resistance. We came back and retested it before making a nice move upwards. A lot of traders would have got involved in their trade around this region, exactly our support. That leads me to believe that there is liquidity that sits right here. Liquidity in the form of liquidations and stop losses. So pushing this just down to there to liquidate that area, if Kaspa acts similar to the way Bitcoin acts, I think is quite likely. We also have a lot of liquidity down here and in this wick region because again, people will put their stop losses and their liquidation points down here. And then we have a nice psychological level here where people panic, okay? So down here at about the 14-cent region could be possible. Now we have this big wick that happened when the overall market got scared. You see this massive volume, loads of volume, and a big wick to the downside. These sorts of wicks are the regions that I think are incredible opportunities. Why would we know that that was incredible opportunity? Simply because the entire market crashed here. This wasn't just to do with Kaspa. This was the entire market. This was a liquidation wick for the entire market. So if it doesn't have any fundamental news, Kaspa wasn't fundamentally bad that day. Nothing went wrong with Kaspa. People were just panicking. You want to be buying when the market is panicked, not when the market is euphoric. It's very clear to me when the opportunity is. And I believe that where we are right now could ensue into a little bit more panic as we are having the market get very euphoric, but Kaspa hasn't done anything. So maybe people think, oh, well, it's too late for Kaspa, it's not going high. And I think that is a much better region to start positions than up here. Over on my positions, we can see I actually have a Kaspa position here. It's a relatively large Kaspa position, 500,000 Kaspa tokens. I am in right now a 10% loss. And this is just something that you learn to deal with as a trader. I'm a position trader, a swing trader. I'm dollar cost averaging into this position as Kaspa goes down because I believe that we're going to have some upside. I did exactly the same thing with the Sui trade here, and it's now in $12,000 of profit, and we've already taken out $10,000 from this trade alone. We have some other profits sitting here, and guys, the key here, we start with very low leverage. So you enter the position with very low leverage, and you add to the position just like you would if you were DCAing into your spot bags. Of course, you need to only do this with positions that you're actually confident will go up. I'm not telling you to buy or sell Kaspa, endorsing you to buy or sell anything. I can't give you financial advice. This is simply what I do in the market. And I think that Kaspa right now is showing signs that this could be the local bottom. You can see we may even be forming a double bottom here in this descending triangle. We got descending pattern, right? Descending channel. We got rejected right there at the top of the channel as well. And I think it's important to note that right now it is looking quite bullish. The overall market is bullish, but Kaspa has been going down. These are the opportunities we have to take advantage of, in my opinion. Now, what will I do to this trade, right? There's a safe or a safer method to use leverage, right? What we do is we start off small, we dollar cost average. As the price moves up and our profit potentially moves into profit, right? Right now we're at a loss, but if this potentially moves into profit, what we do is quite simple. We can then increase our leverage, right? Increase it to 4, maybe 5x. Then we can pull out our margin, which means we're actually using the profit to hold the trade open, limiting our risk of our own capital. That is my goal here. I always want to limit the risk of my own capital. Now that's a very technical trading style that you guys should practice before putting into place with your own funds. Okay, be very careful. But if you are a professional trader, you already know what you're doing and you want a new exchange to trade on, guys. I met Jumpex in Singapore and I said to them, look, I will start using the exchange if you just give me the very best possible opportunity for my viewers. So they said, all right, done. We're going to give them up to $100,000 of a deposit bonus. $100,000, right? You guys can get this. Plus, we're going to give everyone who signs up using my link and only my link instant access to their VIP 2 tier in the exchange, which means you will get 10% off your fees, giving you some of the lowest fees in the entire space. Jumpex has access to a lot of liquidity. They're not new to the game. You might not know this name, but they have had other ventures in this space, and I am going to be trading on this exchange in the coming market. In fact, I'm eyeing up a few different opportunities like Ethereum. I think Ethereum is a great opportunity for this market. And to break down exactly how I plan to trade this, like I said, very low leverage. We're going to choose isolated margin, so we know exactly how much margin we're putting into the trade. We can only lose X amount. And what I do is I DCA into these positions. So you can see my available balance is $10,000. Let's make sure that this is 3X, hit confirm, and I'm going to buy 1 ETH. If I buy on the market, that gets me involved in the position quickly, but costs more fees. And if we go limit, that gets me into the position when I choose and costs me less fees. But for this, I'm going to go market and I'm going to hit buy long. So as you can see, instant, right? We're in the trade. We have 1 Ethereum with 3x leverage. We can see our unrealized profit, all of that stuff, and our margin. So if this trade gets profitable, what we would do is increase the leverage by clicking this plus button, right? Increase the leverage. And then what we would do is remove the margin. You can see here, remove margin, and then we'll be able to take out our margin. Right now we have $865 in this trade. And of course, because I haven't increased the leverage, I don't have spare margin and there's no profit. But once we see profit and we increase the leverage, we'll be able to take our money out of this trade and leave us with a risk-free trade, but only if we're profitable in the trade, right? You can't do this if you're at a loss. But this is a way that you can use leverage to your advantage if you are getting involved in opportunities that you believe in the long term. For example, that Ethereum trade I just opened. If it goes down, what will I do? I'll add more and then we'll wait for the profit to start potentially rolling in. Now, with that said, let's jump over here to see Da Vinci Jeremy, the guy who called Bitcoin at $1, talking about Kaspa.
Many of you guys want to know which cryptocurrency to buy that's similar to Bitcoin when it was in 2013, because you think it's too late to buy Bitcoin. I get that feeling. It's very high. It's $60,000 per coin, and you feel that you want to hold a whole coin and you can't. I understand. Okay, so what cryptocurrency where you can buy it really cheap and see it go higher one day that is fundamentally sound? And I can tell you, Kaspa is one of them. I really think the technology behind Kaspa is unique and is going to work in a cash-based system. Many of you guys want to know.
So Da Vinci himself thinks that Kaspa could be the next opportunity for you guys to invest in over Bitcoin, which is quite incredible. Let me know what you think about this down there in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.